Pete's Pigskin Previews, sponsored by Gridiron Bells. Order your custom helmet cowbell at gridironbells.com. Stay updated every day, all season, with the KCBD End Zone app. Now, here is your Pigskin Preview.
Time for another Pete's Pigskin Preview as we look at our area schools for the upcoming high school football season, from UIL 5A to 1A, TAPS, homeschool, and even New Mexico. 80 previews in all, taking us deep into August and the start of the End Zone. Here's another preview.
Coach, remind us first how Plainview finished up last year.
We finished 3-7. Probably our biggest highlight or whatever was district win against Lubbock Cooper. That team we hadn't beat before. So, but dealt with a running back injury. Got on track to be our first 1,000-yard back in a while. Got injured week 5, and but we finished 3-7, and I guess 6th overall in district out of 7. So.
And you're in your 3rd year now. What are the expectations for 2026?
So our big deal is, we've been coaches. So I actually started back work last Thursday, and we've been doing a lot to kind of prepare for the season and getting everything ready. But we're learning some new things. I have never coached in this low of a classification before, dropping to 4A. I've been coached 6A ball, I've coached 5A ball. So not that the standards or the what we're asking kids to do is any different, but just how we do things is we're adjusting it a little bit. And so we're really going to focus on we're going to see a lot more kids crossing over and playing on the other side of the ball and things like that. And so we're just trying to set those what that practice plan looks like, and it's going to be a shock to some of our kids, especially our older kids, our seniors who've been playing only on one side of the ball for the most part. And so just trying to set those expectations early that the standards aren't changing, but the way we maybe do practice or maybe have to do position meetings or a film session might look a little bit different.
And what's been the attitude dropping down to Class 4A?
I think the kids are excited. I think that was the first thing, and the alignment came out, and I think our kids showed up the next day and they were all fired up. I think the message that we've been kind of preaching to them is, you get a guaranteed playoff spot with a 4-team district, and so for a long time, because we hadn't made the playoffs here in a while, I think for a long time it was, make the playoffs was always a goal of ours, and so. Myself, along with some of our seniors and our leaders, we've come to the conclusion that goal has got to change, and so now we've got to focus on winning a playoff game. Making it's guaranteed. We get 11 guaranteed games, so let's go get a 12th game. Is the expectation we've set for ourselves.
What do you think the strength of the Bulldogs is going to be?
I certainly think our defense is going to be really good. We've got a lot of returners on that side of the ball, pretty young offensively, but we've got a lot of returners on defense, and at times probably struggled there more last year with a bunch of sophomores playing. And so with those kids being juniors, still young, but being juniors and already having 10 varsity games under their belt, I think that they'll for sure be a strong, especially in our back end. I think we've got some really good skill guys to play in the secondary. That should be probably our biggest strength.
Talk about your non-district schedule.
Yeah, got a bunch of them. Trying to plan. Got some close ones. Got to drive all the way to Gunner. So, but we start off. We got a couple scrimmages against Pampa and Friendship, and then we're gonna go out to Levelland, kick off non-district play. We've got Dumas coming here, followed by Hereford. So 2 teams that we play. We've played every year for many years. Love playing those guys. Always a good matchup for us. And also a district that we might match up with, week 2 of the playoffs. So good to see those guys early. After that, we go and play Coronado and Shallow Water, and then we finish and Lubbock Cooper Liberty, and then we finish up on the road, a good long trip to Gunner, Texas. So that's our non-district schedule.
And then you're in a brand new district.
Yes, sir. Brand new district, and really only 2 teams are left over in that district. So we're new to it. Midland Greenwood coming up from 4AD2 to 4AD1. They're new to that district. So it's a new district, and so I've already been making plans with those guys and everything, and we're excited. We're excited about district play. We've kind of luck of the draw this year, so we've got 2 on the road and 1 home. So we play Greenwood at home, and then Lakeview and Andrews on the road. and we all get a bye week before district play starts to kind of get everybody healthy and all that stuff, and then we'll get rolling those last 3 games.
And then you mentioned it, but what are the goals for the Bulldogs?
We're certainly we're looking at a top 2 district finish. We think that's big for us, and especially in a 4-team district. What means we'll have two district games, 2 of the 3. Obviously, we're going to try to win all 3 of them, but winning 2 of the 3 is we hadn't won 2 district games in a while, so that's been a big goal for us. And I'm on our goals. I'm big on letting the kids decide those. You know, I tell them all the time, you know, this isn't my story. The 2026 Bulldogs isn't my story. You know, my story is to be the head football coach here for the next 20-25 years or whatever, but it's their story. So what do they want to get out of the season? And so they've decided top 2 district finish, win a playoff game, and then they had I really loved this because they had one that wasn't necessarily football related, but they just wanted to finish the year feeling like a team, a family, and they felt like in the spring they weren't super close yet. A lot of new guys, a lot of new pieces. You got, you know, sophomores coming in that have been only playing with their grade level for the last several years, and now they've got to join some seniors playing on a varsity. And so they've said a lot of they've been doing a lot of stuff on the outside of here to get together and play video games or, you know, have a cookout or whatever. They've been planning that on their own because that was a big goal for them. But football, top 2 district finish, and win a playoff game.
Every school.
Wow.
Look how sweet
That's
those are. You
incredible.
shake the helmet, the
Yeah.
face mask. Yeah.
Wow, that is incredible. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely.